Dear friends, let's continue the love song of J.Alfred Prufrock. This is the 10th part of this poem. So, let's continue the poem. And would it have been worth it, useful, after all, after the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among the porcelain, among some talk talk of you and me. So he says, would it have been worthwhile after having a cup of tea, after having snacks, to begin the conversation, to come come on to that very important topic or that very important subject, that was to let the lady know about his true feelings, about his true means about my own true feelings. See, this in a Prufrock is in a kind of a great confusion. And if Prufrock is in a kind of a great confusion, it means modern man is in a kind of great confusion. Prufrock is neurotic. Prufrock has anxieties. He has mental anxieties, physical anxieties, psychological anxieties. He thinks that he is fast growing in age. He is aging by leaps and bounds. Very rapidly he is growing in age. And it's all because of growing in age. He is developing lots of deformities. He is experiencing that he is losing his hair rapidly. His hairline is receding. I told you many times, I have told you. His hands and his limbs are growing thin day by day. And all these are giving a kind of anxiety to Prufrock. Somehow Prufrock finds that his appearance does not match his intellect. The way he thinks, absolutely different from his own look. No match. No match between his look and his thinking. Here he realizes, here he feels, maybe it is his analysis. Sometimes when we have a kind of anxiety, all the time we try to undervalue us. All the time we try to underestimate ourselves. All the time we try to belittle ourselves. And it happens. It does not happen overnight that we start underestimating ourselves. Lots of reasons. We indulge in different kind of immoral acts. We meet people all around us who only and only stuff our heart and head with negativity. There are people, you must have noticed that there are people all around us who always love to demotivate us, who always love to talk about our drawbacks. They rarely come and talk about something that is good. And those people somehow demoralize us, somehow just put or instill negative ideas and thoughts. Same is the case with Prufrock. Those people he has met or those women he has met, they have only and only put their eyes or fixed their eyes at or on his bald, just at his bald patch, at his just thin limbs, and all of them probably spoke about his physicality, all about, not even one out of many spoke about his some good qualities, but all spoke about his negative things, and it's all because of that. Prufrock has developed a kind of negativity. He has become neurotic. He has a kind of a psychological disease of all the time belittling himself, all the time underestimating himself, and all the time to put one thing in his mind, that he can do nothing. He can only think, but he can never execute. And that's why time and again, sometime he gives the reference, you see this reference of Michelangelo, then reference of, you see this prophet, that is John the Baptist, then very soon we see the reference of Lazarus, the man who was revived by Jesus Christ, and that very particular person wanted to tell the people, wanted to tell his own story to the people. He wanted to tell the people about the sufferings of the hell. He wanted to liberate the people. He wanted to make the people, he wanted to narrate his story to the people, to make the people good. Then very soon we'll see he will give the reference of Shakespeare's Hamlet, who also was charged of just inaction. That Hamlet suffers what? Suffers his catastrophe all because of delay in action. Time and again Hamlet thinks, he thinks a lot but does very little, and as a result of this, at last he meets his catastrophe. He is killed. Fine, he revenges. He revenges the death or the murder of his own father. But if he had not thought so much and would have executed his plan into action, maybe long back he would have settled the score with his uncle, and maybe he might not have been killed. But because of being a man of inaction, because of delaying action, time and again just procrastinating his action, he has to suffer. But he straightway wants to just tell us that he is not Hamlet, he is not Michelangelo, he is not Lazarus, or he is not prophet, means John the Baptist. If they did certain thing, they had great reason for doing that, and he does not have that kind of great reason. So see what he says, and you and me. So he says, was it possible after having tea, coffee, just breakfast or snacks, and after having a chit chat, having a kind of just happy and friendly gossip, possible for him to start to give a serious turn to his own conversation, and let the lady know all about the true feelings he has or he had for the lady? Would it have been worthwhile? He says, would it have been worthwhile means useful to have bitten off the matter with a smile. Bitten off the matter. See how this matter means that whole action or that whole episode that is absolutely just abstract is converted into something concrete by T.S.Eliot or by T.S.Eliot's mouthpiece, that is Prufrock, that he says that was it possible for me? Was it possible that after the formal greeting, formal use of words, and after having a cup of tea or coffee and snacks, this and that, and after having a banter or a chit chat, a friendly gossip, I could have started. See, first time it has not happened. Prufrock has had lots of opportunities. Prufrock But Prufrock failed to grab it. Why does Prufrock try to compare himself to a crab? And why does he say that better if he had been a sea creature, he had been a crab? Why? Because a crab is at least capable in grabbing what it actually intends to grab using its claws, but he is unable to grab. He is unable to do because of lots of because of lots of societal issues, because of lots of anxieties, because of lots of this and that. Same thing here. It means Prufrock had lots of opportunities and occasion to let that lady know about his true feelings, but unfortunately Prufrock failed at the 11th hour. Prufrock to failed to stand himself, or failed to express his true emotion and feelings to that lady. And that's why he says once again, to have squeezed the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question. So he says that he needed that masculine macho power. Generally, see here he straightway, when he uses this one, to have squeezed the universe into a ball, straightway he gives a reference of Andrew Marble's just a poem to his choir mistress. Here generally you see this. How are the heroes in the romantic movies or in our typical Bollywood, or in the early 19th or in the late 19th and the mid